it, it's also parang a forum na pwede ka mag-open up, Di ka na, kumbaga, wala na yung stigma na, alam mo na, nangyari din sa akin yan. Yung gagawin mo,
I should speak up, parang
I should speak up, and then, yun, diba? Kasama yung friends mo, nangyari sa akin yan, Because of the show, medyo mawawala yung stigma at yung takot, diba?
Tama yun, kasi pag hindi ka nagsalita, lalo maraming mabibiktima yung, scammer na yun, diba? Thank you, Gerald. Our next question will come from Carl Jun from Kapatid Insider. Carl Jun, are you here? Sabi, you'll ask your question, go ahead. It's working.
Low, ayun, magana. So, question for Derek. What is the concept behind this series? Why was Sins of the Father chosen as its title?
Sins of the Father.
Well, Sins of the Father, no? From what we've seen, the story revolves around yung mga bagay or yung mga decisions or yung past ni Gerald, which starts from Mike Trinidad, and how yung mga ginawa ni Mike affects si Samuel even though, alam mo yun, hindi na sila together. So it's somehow a person's journey to correct the sins of the past, the sins of the father, and how he can change his today and also the future of his family.
Actually, yun nga yung question dun Can you actually change, diba, the sins of the father or hindi? Diba, parang may ganun po, mapapaisip ka rin kung kaya ba diba?
I mean, yun yung biggest question doon, and yun yung mapapanood niyo dito sa show na to. Like I said kanina, patikim pa lang to. Di natin alam kung anong mangyayari pa sa journey ni Samuel and even the other characters.
Right.
Kung maayos pa niya yung pangalan niya na Trinidad, masasolve pa niya yung crypto wallet.
Right.
So dami pang dapat abangan.
Aljon, your second question?
Yes. For the next question will be Gerald Anderson. Pwede rin ibang cast na rin sumagot. It's 4 question for all. Ano yung pinaka-gusto nilang matutunan ng audience about this series?
Okay, so partly kanina nasabi na doon, baka meron lang iba kayong gustong idagdag from our
Si Seth.
Seth.
Ako po, ang gusto ko...
Pinolunteer na ni
Hindi, ako talaga sa makatotohanan na lang. Bawasan ng pagkahilig sa easy money. Yes. Pagkahilig sa instant money. So yun, bilang sa Gency po, napapansin ko na marami na rin nahihikayat sa malaking panalo, konting taya, magaganyan, magganito. So, maliit na pasok ng pera sa investment, malaki ang balik. So, parang imposible naman na ganun sa mundong to na hindi sana lahat ng tao nagganon na lang. Di ba? So, mag-ingat lang po sa ganun, bawasan at mas maging matalino po.
Good one, Seth. JC, Kuya Pip, meron kayong gustong idagdag? Oo nga, may
Please lang press ko.
I know
sila istorbahin.
JC, go ahead.
Dahil kasi nakikinig lang kami sa mga sinasabi niyo dahil binabalak namin ni JC na kami na yung mangi-scam talaga. Para mas mabilis kumita.
Pinagpaplanuhan na nila.
Para mas madaling kumita pagkain kami yung manloloko. Kesa kami yung maloko.
JC, what do you think? Will the audience learn? You want the audience to learn?
Yes, first and foremost, lahat dapat matuto mag-research about it, and kailangan, kasi napaka-vague pag sinabing, kailangan mag-ingat kayo sa pag-invest. Pero ano ba yung pag-iingatan mo sa pag-invest? Like, halimbawa kung nasa bangko ka ba o mga nasa insurance ba, like, paano mo matututunan, aralin kung ano yung mga nandun. So, we have financial experts naman. And for sure, yung mga family members natin, meron tayong kahit isa dyan na marunong sa finance, na matutulungan tayo pagdating sa pag-invest. And alam mo, yun lang yung masasabi ko, if it's too good to be true, hindi talaga.
Right.
Hindi pwede.
Right.
Hindi totoo. There's no such thing as like 10% yield. Parang ganon. Kikita ka 5% yield, parang 50 times larger ka sa bangko. Parang, 'di ba, ang hirap paniwalaan, lalo na if your money is hard earned and talagang pinagtrabuhan mo, binigay mo yung buong buhay mo sa trabaho mo, tapos alam mo yun, mapupunta lang sa ganon klaseng investment, 'di ba?
Right.
So alam mo, kailangan talaga aralin. Yun siguro yung, I think, kulang sa generation natin ngayon. Like, yung the lack of information. And then, kung paano natin matuturuan yung karamihan na matuto sa ganitong klaseng mga usapan.
Right. May mga legit investments kasi naman talaga.
MJ, sabihin ko lang po,
Yep.
Nagbibiro lang mo ako, baka mag-isip din kayo gumawa ng ganung scam. Wag. Dahil kakapahamak nyo lang ho talaga yun.
That's true.
Mapapahamak kayo pagka ganun.
That's true. As I was saying, may mga legit naman talaga na investments. It's just that, sana, I have a feeling this series will help our viewers decipher ano ba dito yung totoo at ano dito yung fake at scam lang. So I think that's a good one. Carl Jun, maraming salamat for your question. The next set of questions will come from Reggie Bonoan. Reggie is here from Bandera. First question is for Gerald Anderson. 3 taon po ang nakalipas bago ka ulit mapanood sa serye. Ito ba ang gusto ninyo o may mga offers na hindi nyo bet gawin? And since tungkol sa scam ang kwento, nakaranas ka na ba ng ma-scam o sa family mo at malalapit na kaibigan? And ano ang mga hakbang na ginawa niyo sa mga nang-scam? So, it's a 3-part question. Let's start first with, ito ba yung gusto mo? Is this the project that you really wanted or was there another offer?
May mga ibang offers, of course. 3 years yun. But there's another show before this was, okay naman. Nobody. Medyo pinalitan na po namin yun. Nagkaroon kami ng mga delays, but those delays were blessings. Nakapagbuo kami ng ganitong cast. Gumanda pa lalo yung istorya. Added great directors. So, parang there's always a silver lining kapag medyo nadidelay po yung mga blessings natin. There's always something better for us. So, ang key lang dun is to be patient. And you ask me if this is what I want. This is what I want.
The other part is, meron ka bang family members or malalapit na kaibigan na na-scam at ano yung mga steps na ginawa ninyo?
May mga kilala ko, may mga friends ako, may mga family members din ako na na-scam. And sometimes kaya prevention is the best eh. Kasi minsan kapag na-scam ka, hindi mo na makita yung tao na nag-scam sa'yo. Magaling sila sa ganun. As you see, di ba? Yeah, napanood nyo kanina, hindi nyo basta-basta mahabol yung mga yon. So, again, going back to the show, yun yung prevention. Watch the show, marami kayo makikita ng red flags. And if it's too good to be true, hindi po totoo yan. Walang easy money. Lalo na po sa panahon ngayon. Believe me, pag uwi ko sa taping, galing taping, sinasabi, wow, ang hirap kumita talaga. Walang madaling pera. You have to work hard for your money. And you have to work hard to keep your money.
Thanks, Jay. Ang next question ni Reggie is for Shaina. Shaina, sa pagkakatanda namin ay first time mong gumanap na abogada. Paano mo ito pinaghandaan? Nag-sit-in ka ba sa mga hearings?
Well, kanina rin sinasabi ko dun sa red carpet na kapag tinatanong ako kung meron pa ba akong role na hindi nagawa, wala na akong masabi kasi parang feeling ko nagawa ko na lahat. But then, when this show was pitched to me, I realized na meron pa pala akong hindi nagawa, which is being a lawyer, portraying being a lawyer. Nakaka-excite kasi bago siya for me. And also, it's my reunion project with Jay and with most of them. But also, it's my first time working with Direk Pijoy, but sa mga hindi po nakakaalam, Direk FM was my director in Marinela when I was 7, 8. So, sorry po, hindi na po ako magsisinungaling pagdating sa edad, no, Direk? Hindi po, kasi yung mga nagmarka sa akin na mga shows, which was Marinela, when I was a very young girl, and then Lobo, when I was 18, which was a very mature role na for me. And now at 35, I get to work with him again. So, I said yes to the show because of the fact din na makaka-collaborate ko siya ulit. At syempre, marami nang nagbago sa amin. Nagbago na ako bilang tao, siya rin. So, it's really nice to collaborate now. Ngayon, masasabi ko bago lahat for me.
Paano mo ito pinaghandaan? Did you have to sit in sa mga hearings?
No naman, but syempre growing up, nanonood tayo ng mga series, ng mga movies, diba? And may marami rin tayong mga kaibigan na lawyers.
That's right.
But it's actually very challenging kasi may mga terminologies, diba? And syempre, parang matter of fact, di mo sasabihin yung linya mo, hindi ka tentative o kaya hindi ka parang mag-iisip bago mo sabihin yung statement. So meron siyang rhythm. So medyo, isa rin siyang malaking challenge for me.
Saka may body language yung mga lawyers eh, di ba?
Yes, meron silang siguro confidence.
Yes.
Oo, meron silang ganung dating.
Ikaw ba naman may blue diamond? May confidence ka ba? Di ba? Kung ako magsuot ng diamond ngayon sa media conference, di ba? Thank you, Shaina. Next question is for Lot. Thank you, Reggie. Isa question mo pala. Lot, how's the experience now playing the role of Gerald's mother in the series?
Oh, very nice. I love this guy. Sobrang gaan katrabaho, sobrang professional. Swak lahat. And of course, as I said earlier, no, the guidance of Direct FM, kasi mas marami kaming ano pa ni Direct Eric than Direct Joy, pero nagka-ano na rin kami. But every step of the way talagang tutok. So every time we have a scene, before doing that, lahat yun hinihimay-himay namin. Bakit ganun yung eksena, bakit ganun yung naramdaman, bakit ganun yung mangyayari, saan ang galing. Lahat yun, lahat talaga we discuss. We discuss all of that. And Gerald has been nothing but wonderful to work with. Very professional and parang anak ko na. Yan, anak ko na yan. Very nice.
Thank you, Lot. Gerald, do you want to answer that?
No, it's nice to, pag tapos na at retired na ako, yun yung masarap pakinggan. Masaya kang katrabaho, mabuting ang tao. And at the end of the day, yun ang pinaka-importante. And this team, lahat ng directors and writers and this whole cast, they make me look good. Maniwala ka sa akin. They make me look good. Sila yung dahilan.
And just so you know, guys, lahat na dito ngayon at nanonood sa live stream, Gerald is celebrating his 19th year in show business. Next year will be his 20th.
Binuking mo pa ako.
Ay, wala. Si Shaina. Huwag daw tayo mag-line ng age.
Welcome to the club, brother.
2 decades. Congratulations, Jay, in advance. Ang next na magtatanong ng question ay si Philip Mattel from Rappler. Are you here, Philip?
Good evening. My question po is for Gerald. This is a unique premise na hindi pa possible yung role na to nung nag-uumpisa ka sa showbiz. 19 years ka na.
Oo, 19.
So how challenging is it to fulfill this role this time around, considering na marami ka ng complex characters na ginampanan in the past?
Yeah, super. 19 years ago, kahit siguro 2 years or 3 years ago, feeling ko hindi ko kakayanin itong ganitong ano. And sabi ko kanina, they make me look good. Talagang sila talagang dahilan. I just come to set as prepared as possible, pero yung guidance sila, guidance si Direct Rejoy, first time to work with him. Tapos si Direct FMR, siya yung madalas kong kasama. I give it all to them. Kasi yung writing is so beautiful. Yung storya, ang very intelligent at kakaiba. Kaya very proud ako na ipalabas to because we know that we are doing something good. In terms of Samuel Trinidad, yes, amin ko, isa to sa pinaka-challenging talaga. But at the same time, in 20 days na ba tayo, Direct? This is the most I've ever learned in terms of acting. And that's because of Direct FMR. It's my 19th year sa industriya. Ang tagal nga, but after 19 years pa, Direct. But it's per God's timing talaga. Kasalukuyan, next year will be my 20th anniversary in show business. At kasalukuyan, we're also preparing the next show. And I can only imagine what we'll be able to do and what yung inputs na pwede kong ibigay because of yung natutunan ko dito sa show na to. So, exciting.
Alright, while MJ is preparing for his TV Bot show hosting, I'll take over lang few minutes. Okay, walang sobra, natutuwa nga ako kasi parang bago to for, not naman bago for FMR, I was so impressed. Hindi ko alam kung magaling lang yung editing ha, pero ang ganda ng mounting ng mga eksena. Direct, prangkahan tayo. Anong inspiration ng FMR sa, at saka Bijoy